Okay, so here's our F750 Ford dump truck with the Cummins engine in it. I'm going to show you how you can get the codes, the trouble codes, out of the Cummins engine without having a scan tool or a laptop or a computer or any of that kind of stuff. We're out here in the woods. I don't have that. So I had a lot of issues with this truck about a year ago, which really sucked. And I was able to fix it by using this method and getting the computer to flash the codes out to me. So I'll show you here. I'll put the exact engine model and all that stuff below here. So here's the computer on the side of the Cummins engine. And you flip these little caps over to expose the wires. And this pin right here, okay, so that's on the top plug, left pin, one up, okay, right there. You need to ground that pin to the frame, put a ground wire on that, and the code will flash lights out. So I'm sure there's like a nice little probe that I could have for this. I don't have that. So this worked last time. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to put this little ground wire on right here. This is just a ground wire, so I'm going to put that in there and tighten it up real quick. Alright, so we got our ground wire connected. So now we're going to insert this wire into that hole. So it's that hole right there. Oh yeah. Okay. So that was just the wire end. So now, go over here to the truck. Excuse me if I'm not my normal happy self. It's actually kind of a bummer that this truck's not running again, but we'll see. So go ahead and turn on the key and we'll see if this works. Turn the key on. Okay, wait. Wait. I'm not seeing it flash the codes. Let's just try to start it. And it'll start. Okay, so let's try just one more time. I think that wire must not quite make contact. I remember I had to come back and wiggle it once, so. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was able to put it in about 1/4 of an inch more. Let's try that again. So I got a no start condition with this truck, which is really odd. So, key on. Wait. Wait. Okay, it's not flashing the codes. Okay. Let's try one more time. I think I just don't have that wire quite making the contact I need. Let's try it again. Okay, I just pulled that wire out. Plug it in again. Let's see if this time we got it. So, key on. Yep, here we go. Okay, so now this is great. We did it. It worked, yay. Okay, so we're gonna get out our cell phone and I'll show you what's going on here. So that red light, stop engine light, blinking right there. I wish I could get this. Let's see, I'll close the door, hang on. Oh no, okay. It's just gonna beep, there's nothing to do about it. So, that light is telling us the code. So what we need to do is count the flashes. Five. 2. 1. 5, 2, 2, 1, 5, 2, 2, and a 1. Okay. So that was the Cummins ECM on the engine, flashing out its codes for us. So now we're gonna go home, check on our book, and see what those codes are. My guess is it's the 5. I don't know, those are some kind of big number codes. So if you have one of these engines, this can really save you. I mean, you can do this like out on the road, okay? So I'm gonna link the engine model just because for some reason I can't remember it right now. It's an ESB Cummins 24 valve, I think, but I'll double check it. And that's all you gotta do. So I'll just try to link a picture of that pin. If you looked really closely, you'd be able to see just from this orientation. And that's it. Let's go check the codes, see what we got. Hello. So here we're home at our house in Tennessee, and we're gonna watch this video and read the codes that the computer flashed out to us. So let's go ahead. This is the video of the truck. Okay. It's just gonna beep. There's nothing to do about it. So watch the light. That light is telling us the code. So what we need to do is count the flashes. 2, 2. 1. 5. 5. 2. 2. 2. 1. 1. 5. 5. 2. 2. 2. 1. 1. 5. 2, 2, 1, 5. Okay, just keep filming, please, sweetie. So, the first time I had to work on the truck, I think I had 5 codes. That's my memory, 4 or 5. Pretty sure it's 5. And they were in consecutive order. So it took a little while of carefully just reading them, seeing the stops. Your truck might flash them out just a little bit differently. Some of the manuals say that it flashes once, and then it gives you the code, and then it flashes once, and then it pauses. Mine just flashes a code, pauses, flashes another code, pauses, and that's just how it works. So now we're going to go ahead and go into this Cummins manual. I can't remember which of these manuals I paid for and which of them I didn't, so I'm not going to like just put the whole manual on here because I don't want to get arrested or anything like that by Cummins. But let's go in here to so here you go. You can pause the video and hopefully you could actually read this stuff. So, diagnostic fault engine codes. The electronic engine control system can display and record certain detectable fault conditions. The fault codes are retained in the ECM. So in this manual is the ISB CM850 repair manual. So here it tells you how the lamps work and how to do the fault codes and all that. And then if you go down, wrong manual.
Action.
Okay, I want to take a second to zoom in here. So if you get the manual for the Cummins CM850 and you get the wiring diagram for the Cummins CM850, zoom in real close right here. So this is what we did here. This shows the diagnostic test mode user activated data logger switch. And that is right here, number 02. And if you go to the wiring harness for the CM850 up here, let's see, which one is it? Make sure I get on the right one. OEM. It's going to be number 2 right there. And I showed you that on the truck. So that just shows you that's how I figured out which wire I needed to do there. Can you zoom out and face me? So now we'll go into here, which is the manual that shows the fault codes for the Cummins engine, the CM850. This also shows you how to read the fault lamps, and it tells you about the different ways the fault lamps can be set up on different vehicles. So our code is 2215. We'll go in here and read down through the codes. This is really interesting because this is what I thought was going on, which is good. This is really good news. So the code that I got, 2215, fuel delivery pressure. Fuel pump delivery pressure valid, but the pressure is below the normal rating operating range severely. So that's what it seemed like to me for my truck. All right, so my code is 2215, fuel delivery pressure. Fuel pump delivery pressure, data valid, but below normal operating range, severe level. So that's what I thought was going on today. It seems like my fuel pump has lost prime, which is kind of a user error. I was trying to drain the fuel filter, which I do all the time, and some of our trucks, it's best to do it while it's running and it'll have pressure, and other trucks not. So I think on this one I let a bunch of air in there, and even though it's an auto priming truck, for some reason my fuel pump is not priming. So we put a new fuel pump in last year, my dad did, so the fuel pump should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead tomorrow and I'm just gonna fuel the fill filter all the way up with diesel, put it on there, and I'll just, you know, see if that'll get the pump going, and if not, we'll go from there. So like I said, the first time I did this, I had 5 codes, and I flashed out all of those codes. I needed a new turbo actuator, new EGR, and a ton of different sensors. And I was able to fix and eliminate every single one of those codes myself without having to pay Cummins to come out with the computer. So I mean, you can do this on the road, you can do this while you're underway, and it works. The mechanics at Cummins, you know, they did kind of help me figure it out, but they weren't super, like, they all told me I couldn't do this. They said, there's no way to do this, there's no way. I said, well, it says in the manual the truck will flash the codes out. No. You can do it. And eventually when I found that wiring diagram showing the exact pin to ground, and I sent that to the Cummins guy, he said, oh, okay, you can do this, and all you need to do is put a ground wire right there. Okay, so you could put a switch in there, you know, put a pin in there and put a switch, and then you could always be able to turn this on or off. So anyways, I hope this helps you out. You need a couple manuals. You need the CM850 manual, but you'll just have to try to find those on the internet. Best of luck. Thanks for watching.